When we talk about the American dream home, it's not just bricks and mortar, right? It's this deep-seated ideal, a symbol of independence, family, and success. But where did this architectural vision actually come from? It didn't just pop up fully formed. It's been shaped by centuries of history, technology, and evolving aspirations. Understanding its birth means looking beyond just the idea, and really diving into the actual blueprints and building styles that made it tangible. We're gonna trace that architectural journey, from its humble beginnings to the sprawling suburbs we know today, seeing how structure itself embodies the dream. So, if we rewind a bit, the earliest American homes were pretty much direct imports from Europe, especially England. Think about those grand Georgian and federal-style homes, particularly in the colonies. They weren't just functional, they were statements. Symmetrical facades, often 2 stories, a central door, and formal layouts inside. These were homes of status, built by people who could afford skilled craftsmen and imported materials. They reflected a desire for order and classical elegance, a tangible link back to the motherland's architectural traditions, which is pretty wild when you think about it. Not exactly dream homes for everyone, but certainly aspirational for some. Then came the Industrial Revolution, and everything started to change, including how we built houses. Suddenly, things like mass-produced nails, standardized lumber, and pre-cut components became available. This meant building was faster and, crucially, cheaper. Mail-order catalogs, like those from Sears, Roebuck and Company, started offering entire house kits you could order and assemble. This wasn't just about efficiency, it fundamentally democratized homeownership. Architectural plans became accessible to more people, leading to a much wider variety of more affordable, yet often less ornate, housing options. It really set the stage for how we'd build homes for generations. But not everyone was thrilled with industrialization. Around the turn of the 20th century, we saw a reaction in the form of the arts and crafts movement, which heavily influenced American architecture, giving us the iconic craftsman style. These homes were a complete departure from the ornate Victorian era, emphasizing natural materials like wood and stone, exposed rafter tails, and deep porches. They often featured open floor plans inside, connecting living spaces in a way that felt modern and informal. The bungalow, a smaller, more accessible version, became super popular, especially for growing middle-class families. It was all about craftsmanship and integration with nature. The early 20th century also really saw the rise of the automobile, which meant people could live further from city centers. Hello, suburbia. This new lifestyle demanded new architectural expressions. We saw a lot of revival styles gain traction, Tudor revivals with their distinctive half-timbering, and colonial revivals that looked back to those earlier Georgian and federal aesthetics but adapted them for modern living and construction. These homes often had larger lots, more space, and a sense of escape from the urban hustle. The idea of the single-family home on its own plot really started to solidify as the ideal, shaping our landscapes, which is kinda wild. Even the Great Depression, while devastating, played a strange role in shaping the American dream home. With vast unemployment in the construction sector, the federal government stepped in, not just with relief, but with policies that would define homeownership for decades. The Federal Housing Administration, or FHA, was established in 1934. They insured mortgages, making them accessible to a broader population, but also set minimum standards for construction and design. This meant homes had to meet certain requirements to qualify for FHA loans, subtly pushing towards a standardization of architectural elements and building quality, which helped pave the way for later mass housing efforts. After World War II, America faced a massive housing shortage, especially for returning GIs. Enter guys like William J. Levitt, who literally revolutionized home construction. Levittowns became synonymous with affordable, mass-produced housing. They used assembly line techniques to build thousands of identical homes quickly and efficiently. The architectural style was often simple, functional, and consistent. These weren't custom-built mansions, but they represented the ultimate attainment of the American dream for millions, a brand new, detached home with a yard, for a price working families could actually afford. It was a pivotal moment in solidifying the suburban ideal, and the architectural forms followed suit. The dominant architectural style that emerged from this post-war boom, and truly became America's dream home for decades, was the ranch house. And for good reason. It was single-story, which made it super accessible and easy to maintain. Open floor plans inside created a sense of spaciousness, perfect for modern family life and entertaining. Plus, the attached garage became a standard feature, directly reflecting the new car-centric suburban lifestyle. Its low-slung, horizontal profile and often minimalist detailing made it adaptable and relatively inexpensive to build, cementing its place as an accessible, modern American architectural icon. So, from the grand colonial imports to the efficient, mass-produced ranch, the American dream home has always been an architectural reflection of its time. Today, while we still see echoes of these past styles in everything from modern farmhouses to McMansions, the dream continues to evolve. We're seeing more emphasis on sustainability, smaller footprints, and adaptable living spaces. But the core idea, that a home is more than just shelter, that its very architecture embodies our aspirations, remains. It's a living history, visible in every street, every neighborhood, telling the story of what we hope for, one blueprint at a time.